Thank you for tuning in. My name is Robert Holliday, and today we are going to be talking about a very controversial topic amongst the youth. That's right, grants, subsidies, and tax credits. Now let's move on to the vocabulary so that we know what we're talking about. First one is a grant. Now a grant is a flexible state subsidy program in Tennessee that awards large sums to companies building new facilities. A prime example of this is Nissan, who received a $35 million capital to expand its Smyrna plant. Next, we have a subsidy. A subsidy is a government assistance for a company to create jobs and expand. Yet another example, in Tennessee, the most common forms are grants, tax credits, and tax abatements, also known as incentives. Tax credits. A company can pay less in taxes in exchange for hiring workers, buying equipment, or other actions that benefit companies. And we see this directly related to what Amazon has done or has failed to do.
I'm here with Alex Moore. Now, Alex, can you tell us a little bit about what Volkswagen is doing in Tennessee?
Well, I can tell you a lot of it. So Chattanooga's Volkswagen plant has received more than $800 million in federal, state, and local incentives. We were originally planning to build in Alabama, but Tennessee eventually pitched us a better incentives package, roughly $554 million. And in Hamilton County, we have 17 auto dealers making 1,620 jobs, in addition to the 24,000 jobs at the plant. But the road hasn't always been so smooth. Sales of the Passat have waned in recent years as consumers' tastes shift to trucks and SUVs. But the new expansion for the Atlas SUV, with profits expected to be an additional $372.6 million and $35.1 million in tax revenues, should help.
I am here with the one and only Jack Warren. Now, Jack, can you tell us exactly how Nissan paved the way for other companies to come to Tennessee?
Well, Nissan wanted to move to Tennessee, but Tennessee gave them a lot of subsidies and tax breaks as incentives for them to move here. So cheaper land, didn't have to pay as much as taxes, so it'd be easier for them to produce at a less rate. Now that also paved the way for bigger companies such as Volkswagen, GMC, Nissan, and Amazon to move in and take a larger control. And Nissan was like the first to really transform manufacturing in Tennessee. And now they receive millions of incentives.
Thank you for your time, sir. It's been a pleasure. So, I'm here with Matt Grimm. Now, Matt, what incentives does TVA give companies to help economic development?
The Tennessee Valley Authority says its economic development work helped nearly 250 companies generate or retain 72,000 jobs during the 2016 fiscal year. But the incentives it awarded those companies are secret. Last year, TVA had 54 employees working on economic development, including its Valley Incentives Program. The programs include investment credit, where the TVA applies credits to companies' power bills, performance grant program, where the TVA invests in company projects, loan funds, where the TVA makes loans to reduce interest costs or fill a funding gap in a project, and security deposit coverage, where the TVA waives electric utility deposits for qualifying customers.
Local officials celebrate when businesses announce they're coming to town, but often fail to hold the companies accountable for their promises. In the deals known as pilots, or payments in lieu of taxes, companies agree to create a certain number of jobs or invest capital in a building in exchange for a waiver of most or all property taxes. The businesses pay government's nominal fee instead of paying taxes. Pilots can last up to 20 years after construction concludes, or longer with a special state waiver. The companies receiving the most subsidies in our state have been Volkswagen, receiving $800 million, Nissan, receiving $600 million, and Hemlock Semiconductor, receiving $400 million.
This has been a special report from ABC News.